Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Brandon Keith Avery here, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. I really do appreciate it. And with this episode, we're going to be talking about Watchmen Season 1, Episode 2, titled Martial Feats of Comanche Horsemanship. Now, I love the first episode that debuted last week, and I like this second episode just as much. Regina King is killing it, but of course, we're going to be talking about that. If this is your first time finding me and you want more Watchmen recaps, movie reviews, TV recaps, trailer reactions, me talking about entertainment news or anything I think is cool, please right now click on that subscribe button and also the little bell so you can be notified when I make uploads. Now, a lot of the previous fans of the Watchmen show, the Watchmen comic book or graphic novel and movie are kind of butthurt right now. There is an article right now I'm looking at on Atlantic Black Star saying, woke garbage. Fanboys don't like HBO's Watchmen because it deals with race and white supremacy. Well, hey, we didn't do it. The white supremacists did. So don't get mad at a show for talking about reality. Me as a black man is something that I have to deal with. I like my story being told, and I just like high quality entertainment. I mean, my story is being told, high quality entertainment. I love comic books. I love action. I love Regina King and all that good stuff. So this is just, pretty perfect for me so far. I can get a little confused at times because I have seen the movie a few times, and what I didn't like it the first time, I loved it the second time and then after. But this is a sequel to the graphic novel, which I did not read. So there are a few little tidbits here and there. I'm like, what's going on here? But I'm intrigued, and that is the point of the show, to keep you intrigued. And dealing with white supremacy and my story being told, I mean, hey, it is what it is. This is the world that we live in. And what do you expect us to do? Just sit here in silence? We're suffering for 400 years? We're not going to say anything. So I don't want to hear that crap. But let's go ahead and get into the episode. Let's unpack this. I love the episode, except for one part right here. Well, not right here. Just one part, which I'm going to be talking about towards the end. But at the end of the first episode, we see that Don Johnson, the boss of Miss Regina King, Angela, is hanging from a tree. And I'm like, whoa, we got a white man hanging from a tree. I mean, I'm not just cheering on like, hey, let's hang white man from trees. It's just something that I have never seen before, and that's just quite interesting to me. And so I'm just really wondering, like everybody else, like, who the hell hung this dude up there? And then we see it's Will, and I'm like, okay, this is impossible. Will, you are in a wheelchair. You're very old. You're an elder. I don't think it's physically possible for you to do such an act. And it's leaning that he may have done that because this guy has friends in high places, as he suggests, because jumping towards the end of the episode, some helicopter plane, some flying type of vehicle, we really don't know, has a giant magnet and just takes him off away. And he just knows it. He just smiling like, yeah, I told you, girl, I got friends in high places. I'll see you later, And so I'm just really wondering, like, what the hell is going on? He's planting these seeds of information like, hey, okay, all of this other stuff on the surface is just a distraction, but you do not know what's going on behind the scenes, this big, deep conspiracy that the government is behind. I'm just like, what could it be? This is really what's drawing me in. And he just tells her, as smart and intelligent as Angela is, like, look, okay, if I just spill all the beans right now, it's going to blow your head up. It's just going to be too much information. So I got to give it to you in pieces. That is something that I can relate to right now because, a lot of people just, they don't like Donald Trump right now. Of course, that's blatantly obvious. I don't blame you. But at the same time, the only good thing that this man can be in the Oval Office right now is just waking people up, especially black people. Black people are learning to get on code and just like, hey, Brit, I'm tired of this racism. I'm tired of this white supremacy. I want to replace this system of white supremacy, racism, and replace it with the system of justice. I'm like, cool, man, let's do this, my brother, my sister, yes. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start to give them information about our history and things like that, it can become depressing. You try to give them data and facts, and they just, whoa. Are we that poor? Is it that serious? And they just kind of go into denial. So you have to kind of like, just dip your toe in water and just, kind of start out in the shallow end, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much information. I remember about a year and a half ago, it was a sister I was working with. She just came to me out the blue. Bree, I saw this movement, it motivated me, and I just want to get active in the community. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of suffering, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, cool. I started giving her information. It scared the crap out of her, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that myself. Okay, hey, you got to take this in baby steps, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm able to relate to that in real life. And then when he said that in the show, like, I got to give it to you in pieces, I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So everything about Mr. Louis Gossett Jr., I forgot his name for a second, I'm just loving so far. I'm really loving so far. And we find out that Don Johnson is a member of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, as Angela is going into, she's just so smart. I'm liking the way she infiltrated the house. She's pretending that she's fainted. She got these goggles on. She goes in there. She finds it behind the wall. I did not expect that because it seems like she has a great relationship with her deceased boss, with her chief police. But of course, there is a lot of other things behind the scenes that is just going on. And I'm just liking how everything is revealing herself. Now, one of the things that I really like about the show is Angela can box her ass off. Okay, when they go and try to round up this gang who they think the 7th Cavalry, this white supremacist group, it was some police brutality in there. I don't understand. Well, I don't want to say I don't understand, but hopefully they have a great motive for just going in there and just whipping up everybody. They had their Nixon statue up there and they ripped that down, and Angela herself was like, okay, this is a bit much, but that dude came and tried to swing twice on her with a 2x4 and she beat his ass or whatever. And I like that. It looked good, it was clean, it was very well choreographed and all that good stuff. So I'm loving her character so far. I'm also loving the character Looking Glass that has the metallic mask, played by Tim Blake Nelson. I don't know, when they was talking in the car, just something about him, just his swag, his demeanor, you know what I'm saying, his mannerisms, like, you got something to eat, it's in the box, and in the glove, and he goes and starts eating nuts, and he's talking about, he's crying under the mask and all that good stuff. So I'm liking everything that has to do with him so far. I'm also really loving the score. This is a head banger for me. A few times I was just, like, okay, I'm really feeling this beat. And it's something I really like when I'm watching my entertainment. I was laying down on my couch for a good portion of the episode, but it was just getting really good, and it made me sit up, in my seat and just kind of like tune in. I'm at the edge of my couch, just really, really taking everything in. Now, kind of just jumping around a little bit, something that is kind of weird to me is Jeremy Irons' character, Ozymandias or whatever. Dude, what is going on? He's doing these reenactment scenes of how Dr. Manhattan got his powers in the movie and or graphic novel, and he has all these clones. When he burnt the dude in the little in the phone, not the phone booth, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I was like, what the hell is going on? He's like, give me tears, give me real tears, come on, I want to feel it. I'm like, this guy's a psychopath, you know what I'm saying? And then we find out that the other people is clones and stuff, but I'm just like, still, I mean, I don't know, there's a debate if clones can have souls and things like that, but it's just really weird to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just burning bodies. It's just like, I don't understand that. That's just really whack to me. Now, let me go ahead and talk about something that I don't like with, and that's what they're doing with Angela's character. Not Angela's character, Angela's husband, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who was Black Manta in the Aquaman film. I feel like they're really emasculating his character, making him seem like a weak beta male. And I'll give you a few examples. First of all, we get a flashback of the scene to where Angela, before they're able to wear the mask, the cops and the 7th Cavalry, the white supremacist racist group, they find out all the names and the addresses to the police, and they go, and at midnight, they go to like 30, 40 homes. That's what Don Johnson said. And then just start executing all the cops. So one of the things I like early on is I like the relationship between Angela and her husband. Okay, that looks great. Seems like a strong black couple, getting their thing on, and that's great. I love that they're loving each other on screen, and she's playing with his junk and all that, talking about the little hand and the big hand. That's cute and all that good stuff. I'm loving all that. They really look like a match made in heaven. But as soon as their door is kicked in, I love how Angela is doing ninja barrel rolls and pulling out the Christmas lights to make everything dark, grabbing knives and stabbing. That's cool and all that stuff. But where the hell was her husband? Like, why wasn't you helping, or why couldn't they write it or choreograph this to where he helps out too? I don't mind Angela kicking butt, you know what I'm saying? If I have a woman by my side and she can kick ass, that's what's up, shit. We can kick ass together, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to take the lead, but if necessary, she can pick up the slack or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like that he was not able to participate in that foil. And then later on, so she gets shot in the stomach. Now I'm assuming that's why she's not able to bear children, as to why she has adopted those white kids. But later on in the show, the grandfather of the kids comes to the doorstep. He called. So I'm mad that Yaya didn't. What is Yaya's real name? Well, not real name, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna call him Yaya. That's his real name, Angela's husband. First of all, Yaya didn't participate in the fight. Second, when the grandfather came over to visitation rights, the dude called him a chicken shit, and if my memory serves me correctly, she didn't check him like, hold on, don't be calling my man no chicken shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of was like, well, I'm like, whoa, I didn't like that. And then continuing when they're in the house and they're having dialogue, he asked her, Angela, are we going to be safe? It's like, bro, like, I understand that, your wife is the cop and that there could be some type of, retaliation because of her job. But at the same time, when you asked her this question, if you go back and look at the episode, she is sitting higher than him. He's lower and she's higher. Like, she's the head of the household, and I don't like that. They are making this black man that I like as an actor, just seem like a little better male, and that's just not cool, because that's just kind of how white supremacy works. This system, they have long drawn out 1,000-year, 100-year plans of just deception and all this stuff right here, to where they try to separate the black man and the black woman and try to create as much confusion and chaos in between us. And you probably want, Brandon, what the hell are you talking? Look, man, I've been paying attention to this for a long time, and I know I don't got no tinfoil kufi on. I mean, man, my elders, they've been talking about this for decades now, and I'm seeing how this is unraveling, in entertainment and in all walks of life and all 9 areas of activity, and it's just, that really bugs me. But that's really the only part of the episode that I did not like. Everything else I'm pretty much loving. I mean, I love the American Horror Story with the Hooded Justice. I like the programming where they're talking about the end, like, this is super duper rated R, NC-17. Even if your mama and daddy say that, you can watch this, we strongly advise children don't watch this show. And we get the Hooded Justice doing another ninja barrel roll through the glass. And when I remember seeing that in the trailer when they was promoting the show, it looked extremely cheap. But in this right here, it's just a bunch of, badass kicking ass, and I'm loving that so far. And I'm just really, really wanting to know what this big conspiracy is going on that Will, the grandfather of Angela, is going to find out. Now, we found out that he's like over 100 years old. Like, I think he said like 102 or 105. I mean, he does. I mean, hey, black don't crack. Maybe he's taking his dandelion greens and kale shakes and fruits and nuts and all that good stuff. Water. I don't know where he looks young, but I think they could have aged him up a little bit more for him to be over 100 years old. But other than that, let me just run down my notes real quick and just make sure I did not leave out anything, because I think I covered everything. And yeah, we're just going to leave it right there, guys. But this is just another great episode. I cannot wait to see the secrets that Will is going to reveal to us, from the little boy from the first episode as a grown man. And I hope that, why is he so skilled? He's able to escape the handcuffs, go to the store, get some eggs. I mean, I just like his character. He just so chill and laid back and all that good stuff. So I'm really, really, really loving the episode, guys. And I want to know what you think as well. So please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. But guys, that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, if you liked the episode, please give me that thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel and look me up on social media. It would help me out a lot. Let's help me get to 11,000 subscribers and then 20,000 subscribers. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.